I highly doubt that I'll be the only person to say that Mario Kart Wii is one of my childhood games. This is definitely one of my most played Mario Kart games and is one of my all-time favourite Mario Kart games. In my opinion, it's up there with 8 Deluxe and DS as the best Mario Kart game, but many other people would say that it's the best Mario Kart game. Quite a lot of people as well, but why do we love Mario Kart Wii specifically? We know that Mario Kart in general is a beloved franchise, but there's something about Mario Kart Wii that gets extra attention and extra love. Why is that the case? Nostalgia is definitely a factor in this. What you need to remember is that this is a Wii game. Oh, I didn't know that. Meaning that this was a lot of people's first ever Mario Kart game. The Wii came out in the 2000s and was aimed at a casual audience for the most part. So that is a massive window of opportunity to get people into Mario Kart and Nintendo as a whole. So it makes a lot of sense that this was a lot of people's first Mario Kart game, and it makes a lot of sense that they have a lot of fond memories with Mario Kart Wii. But there's definitely a lot more to it than that. You can feel nostalgia towards a game, but over time it could age and become irrelevant. But Mario Kart Wii is still very relevant today. There's still servers and it has a very loyal fan base, which is another reason as to why I think it's so beloved. It's very likely that Mario Kart Wii is the most fan-led Mario Kart game to date. Official servers for this game terminated in 2014, and yet this game is still thriving to this day via CTGP. The fact that fans now have a major input into the game really did attract a lot of fans, especially loyal fans of Mario Kart Wii. So when official servers went down, people basically said, is it really? And then just got to work on custom tracks and just playing online on these new fan-made servers. So the game had the nostalgia and is active today, but will any of that matter if the core original game itself was trash? Good thing for Mario Kart Wii, this is one of the most solid Mario Kart games to date, and I'm definitely not the only one who believes this. Another reason why Mario Kart Wii is so beloved, and it's possibly my favourite part about Mario Kart Wii, has to be the Nitro tracks. Out of all of the Mario Kart games, I think Mario Kart Wii has the strongest selection of Nitro tracks. Track themings vary quite a bit, and even in terms of the track layouts, they're very interesting and sometimes very complex. Mario Kart Wii also introducing half pipes and the trick system made all of these tracks a ton more fun to play. As much as I love Mario Kart DS, it did feel quite empty whenever we went off of ramps, whereas in Mario Kart Wii they're incredibly satisfying, which definitely contributed to the satisfying feel of the gameplay. Tracks like Maple Tree Way, DK Snowboard Cross, Toad's Factory, Mushroom Gorge all have a ton of bouncy sections, a ton of tricks, and drastically different themings from each other, which kept things fresh and interesting. And even if you want to talk about more traditional tracks like Bowser's Castle and Rainbow Road, themings that have been done to death by this point, these are arguably the best versions of those traditional tracks. Bowser's Castle is good old Bowser's Castle, but with the Mario Kart Wii DNA, which is very crazy, very complex in terms of track layout, still having the trick system and half pipes intact, and amplifying the Bowser's Castle stakes by 100 by having a robotic Bowser that spits out fireballs. Yes, they did do that in Double Dash, but it's a lot more aggressive and it's right in the center of the split path section, meaning that there's a lot more to lose here, and it's a massive risk if you did want to go through the middle. Basically, this track just keeps you busy. Mario Kart Wii's Rainbow Road is my all-time favorite Rainbow Road and favorite Mario Kart track. I could basically make an entire video on this one track, that's how much I love it. It basically has all of the things I just mentioned previously. Complex track design, very nice visuals, a ton of tricks, especially on the wavy section, and on top of that they have half pipes on a track that has no walls. That's pretty crazy to think about when you break it down. And this track has overall been dubbed one of the hardest Rainbow Road tracks in the series, which, similar to Bowser's Castle, is taking the original idea of a Rainbow Road track and amplifying it. The whole point of Rainbow Road is that it's difficult, so to make it more difficult than the previous, that's a step in the right direction and makes this one stand out, hence makes Mario Kart Wii stand out. As we're on the topic of tracks, the music in Mario Kart Wii is incredible, and it's definitely a major reason as to why this game is so beloved. A lot of the music is very upbeat, very contextual to the tracks that we're racing on as well, very catchy and memorable melodies. And not only have these music tracks been able to be synonymous with Mario Kart Wii, but also the Mario Kart series as a whole. Mario Kart Wii houses some of the most famous Mario Kart music to date. How many times have you heard the Coconut Mall theme or the Cooper Cape theme? Well, a ton of people would say quite a few times. But speaking of quite a few, the character selection and even the character quantity makes Mario Kart Wii stand out even more. Fan favourites like Diddy Kong, Birdo, Bowser Jr. and of course Funky Kong, it would be illegal for me not to mention Monk. But Mario Kart Wii takes this even further. Not only did they add fan favourites and make the selection much bigger than Mario Kart DS and even previous Mario Kart games, but the weight classes and vehicles for said weight classes really are a massive game changer in Mario Kart Wii. Seeing that all of the characters can only use the bikes and karts that are available to that specific weight class really does make you think about, okay, who should I pick for this? It's kind of hilarious. Despite this variation, everyone still uses statistically the best character and bike combo that will not be named because it's very infamous, and that's because Mario Kart Wii is one of the most competitive Mario Kart games of all of them. Despite the item balancing being not balanced at all, Mario Kart Wii gets very spicy very quickly. Mario Kart Wii does have 12 players, meaning that there's more items to be thrown and just more going on, full stop. So using the best character and kart combo, or bike in this case, essentially flying around the track, wheeling, which is another reason why people love Mario Kart Wii, it's very fun and satisfying to pull off. It transforms Mario Kart Wii from a game for casuals and just for a chill play sesh to an absolute madhouse on every single track. But that's a good thing because that creates memorable moments. But I think that's the overall reason why we all love Mario Kart Wii. It's memorable. Because of all of the reasons that we discussed in this video, Mario Kart Wii's legacy will forever be golden. Golden like Monk.